The tension in the room was so thick Lottie was sure she would suffocate under it. The awkward silence as the two stared each other down was only broken by the soft ticking of the clock above the door. Ellie's eyes were ablaze. She was truly furious, and Lottie could feel the intense anger radiating towards her, that same storm she'd felt when she first saw Ellie at the school entrance. She willed herself to say something, anything to break the oppressive silence before it consumed them both. "I tried to tell them it wasn't true." Ellie laughed humorlessly. "You are so selfish, it's unbelievable." Lottie flinched as if she'd been slapped. That stung. She prided herself on being kind, on being welcoming, helpful. Selfishness was the exact opposite of her nature. She hung her head in shame. I bet it didn't even cross your mind once what this means for the real princess, did it?" She couldn't argue with that. It hadn't. Not once had it occurred to her that the Maravish princess might actually be at Rosewood. She thought it all sounded like a fairy tale. She suddenly felt exceptionally stupid, not just because of her lack of thought, but the idea that she could ever pass for an actual princess. A feeling she had never experienced had settled firmly in the bottom of her stomach, hard and cold, and wound its way up through her chest and caught in her throat. She was truly horrified. By not clearing up the misunderstanding as soon as it had happened, she'd been partly responsible for the rumor spreading. She prayed that this wouldn't affect Ellie's attempt at a normal life. Ellie stared at her, but Lottie couldn't think of any way to make it better. "I'm sorry. I tried to tell people it wasn't true, but it got out of hand." Somehow, the words felt empty and useless. Ellie grunted in furious exasperation. She grabbed the photo of her and the mystery boy from her bedside table and sank into her bed, shoulders hunched over in a protective little shell. Her raggedy hair covered her face as she stared intently at the picture. Lottie wondered if the boy in the photo was her boyfriend. Ellie sighed deeply, placing the picture frame back on the table. "I'm not going to tell anyone it's not you," she said firmly. Lottie was incredibly confused. If Ellie was saying this to make her feel better, then she had to stop her. She couldn't face that much guilt. "You can if you want to. I know I should have tried harder to correct everyone." Lottie sat opposite her on her own bed, with a new feeling of resolution. "You can shame me as much as you want. I completely deserve it." "No, you don't understand," replied Ellie. "I'm not even mad at you, I'm mad at the situation, but